got a question for you. How do your customers feel when they do business with you? After they leave an encounter with your company, do they walk out and say, wow? Are they anxious to tell their friends and spread the good word? Or do they walk away feeling frustrated, angry, and a little bit depleted? You know, in today's hyper-competitive world, it's really all about the experience, the customer's experience. What is the customer experience? The customer experience is the sum total of the feelings that you evoke at any touch point, at any interaction the customer has with your organization. And here's the tough part. It's based on their perception of the value you delivered, whether that value was tangible or intangible. The customer has two sets of needs. They've got these business needs, and the business needs are typically tangible, rational, and logical. But very often, the things that are more important than that to them are emotional needs. I'd like you to imagine something for just a moment. I'd like you to imagine that your business sits on top of a tripod, and that each leg of the tripod represents a different set of relationships. There's the external relationships. Those are the relationships you have with people outside your company, the customers, the suppliers, the community. And then there's the internal relationships. Those are the relationships you have with your coworkers, your boss, your employees, the guy on the desk that sits right next to you. Now there's one more leg. What do you suppose that leg represents? That leg represents the inner relationship. The relationship we paid no attention to in business up until now. That's the relationship that you have with yourself. That's the relationship that you have with your work. That's the relationship that determines whether or not you bound out of bed in the morning and say yes, or whether or not you drag yourself into work, counting the days until the weekend. Now, what's the difference between the person that jumps up in the morning and says yes and the person that's counting the days till the weekend? Anywhere between 19 and 200% in productivity. So think of that tripod again. Your business sits on top of 3 sets of relationships. You'd best be thinking about how to keep all of those relationships happy. Happiness in business, you may be saying to yourself, oh, that's the soft stuff. You bet it's soft. It's soft stuff that yields hard, bankable, bottom line results. Since adding Authentic Happiness Coach to my biography in 2005, I have immersed myself in the scientific literature that proves when we are experiencing a positive emotion, when we are happy, we're more productive, we're more creative, we get along better with people, and we're healthier than we ever thought possible. Think about the implications for your business. And come on, let's face it. When we have happier employees, we naturally have happier customers. Caring, and I talk mostly about customer caring. You won't hear me talk too much about customer service because I don't think your customers deserve to be serviced. I think your customers deserve to be cared about, valued, and loved. You can't mandate somebody to do that. The only way that you can get the people that work with you to have the passion and enthusiasm and desire to take great care of your customers and provide exquisite customer care, because any less is not good enough in today's marketplace. The only way that you can get a workforce that is that powerful and that passionate is by doing everything you can to create happiness in your workplace.